Aloha, my name is Deepa. Welcome to Let's Evolve Together and your Pisces Full Moon, Supermoon, Blue Moon reading for today. Today is the full moon in Pisces, and welcome. Thank you for being here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty and returning and being so open to receive these messages from Spirit. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for trying this out, for trying me out, for giving Spirit a chance to give you some guidance today. You'll notice 3 piles here. This is what I call a mini pick-a-pile. I read these at the end of my new moon and full moon readings. And it's just a little extra guidance to try to make this reading, which is collective in nature, a little more particular to your circumstance and what you have going on. So it's like a almost personal reading kind of. To get the full benefit, I would listen to the entire reading to get all the juicy details about what this moon has in store for us, and then choose your pile at the end to see the extra guidance and what Spirit would really like to tell you today to help translate these messages on a deeper level for yourself. So you can take your time picking which pile is yours. This is pile 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And again, we'll get to that at the end, okay? All right, just let's set the space, bring all your consciousness and energy into your body. Take a nice deep breath. And if you're sitting down in a chair, just feel the absolute support of that structure. And your body is just relaxed inside of that structure, being completely supported. In this relaxed state, you can open up to listen and receive on deeper levels. You can use this time to set an intention, to ask for specific symbols, numbers, or messages to be revealed to you through the reading. And then you might want to take notes as you go for any special things that you would like to remember that I've said. We're going to start off strong here. Also, I did open the Akashic Records for this Pisces full moon. So actually, let's read into that first, and then I'll start with the galactic deck. So give me a moment here. I'm going to look into the Akashic Records of the Pisces full moon 2023, and Spirit, could you please show us the attributes of this special full moon? So right now they're giving me the colors light pink, light blue, very much like a clear sky with some very wispy white clouds. Very soft pink, very welcoming. And all of this is a very soft energy. It's a very light vibration, almost angelic. So I'm seeing angel feathers falling to the ground. You may have been getting a lot of messages from Spirit and feeling and seeing confirmation of those messages even through feathers you've been finding on the ground. I'm hearing a lot of you have been finding coins. A lot of coins on the ground. This is symbolic of abundance, of protection, of safety. So what in particular about this full moon do we need to be aware of? So one image they gave me is a very fast moving train, kind of coming out of nowhere, coming into the picture all of a sudden, really loud, really, really aggressive energy. And this could be the energy of this full moon coupled with Uranus retrograde, which is happening this week, and the energy of shock or surprise, or all of a sudden something kind of takes you off guard, pulls you off your center, makes a lot of noise, a lot of chaos, and then it's gone. So this is something that's just passing through, they're saying. So if you're feeling resonant with this message and this is happening, they're saying, you know, this too shall pass. Like a train is always passing. It never really stays put for very long. The train in this visual was indeed moving somewhere. It had a destination. So also the energy of this is a drive or an ambition towards something, and a lot of energy focused in that direction. So this would be the energy of the Chariot and the Tarot, where you've really got to pull your energy in from multiple directions, sort of rein your energy in and focus on the goal and move toward it, and don't let anything pull you off track. So let's see what they are continuing to bring to our attention here about this train. Anything else about this train? Yeah, what they're showing me is you inside the train as the conductor. So you are in control of this train. They're not saying it's something that, for instance, is imposed upon you from your environment. This is something that was manifested by you through what you wanted to learn, grow through, and what you wanted to manifest in this life. They're also saying if this was something subconsciously manifested, you also had creative participation in that, whether you know it or not. So the good news is they're saying it's going to pass, and that you have the power to control it, much like the charioteer in the Chariot card of the major arcana of the tarot. They are always sitting in the driver's seat with the reins for the horses in their hands. They are driving that chariot. So it's up to you where you stop, how often, and if you go another direction. And right now they're saying the choice is yours, but be careful that you resonate with the choice that you make. It's really important to keep yourself on track at this time. Watch out for things like addictions rising up to the surface, wounding, maybe bad behavior. I don't want to say that. Addictive behavioral patterns, let's use that word instead. Maybe toxic patterns of behavior that haven't served you kind of coming to the surface. The reason they are coming to the surface is so that you see them, so that you even see remnants of them as they still exist and there's still a temptation, and you can see what you still have to work with, and then you can make a choice to choose different. So it's not like when you grow and evolve, all of a sudden these things are gone. It's just that you get stronger at making the healthier decisions for yourself, and therefore you're getting better at navigating this three-dimensional earth plane. So for instance, if you feel like you live on a very high frequency, but there are things around you that aren't so high vibe, they're like that's just how the world is. That's the nature of earth. So don't expect everything to be heaven like, when we're still working with a lot of different souls, a lot of different energy on the planet, and a lot of different people that will be growing in different ways at their own pace. So, but you, the responsibility of you to stay in integrity with yourself is to make the right choices for you that resonate deeply with your being and feel good to you and for you. So if something doesn't feel good to you or for you or supportive, you may find yourself weighing, right? Libra energy. Right now we have Mars in Libra. You may find yourself weighing options, especially if you're not very clear with your boundaries yet. You may find yourself teeter-tottering, or one foot in one thing, one foot in another. How do I navigate this? Very carefully, they're saying, because this is almost like a checkpoint. You know how you have a checkpoint on the road where we're on our best behavior because we know we've done nothing wrong, but all of a sudden we sit a little straighter and pay a little more attention. And they're saying now is the time for that kind of awareness. Not stressed, just aware, and have conscious observation of yourself and your behavior, and even awareness of how far you've come. And if you still want to participate in behaviors that were part of your ego or personality in the past, and if you're still willing to travel with those now, because this is definitely one of those times where we go through a sort of portal. This moon definitely feels like an opening or a portal, and it feels like one that will move through, by going deep into the subconscious, because Pisces governs water or the oceans. So in order to get to the portal and get to the other side, or get to our new lives or that new beginning, we're going to need to navigate the subconscious mind. So some of us definitely for sure may be feeling very emotional. Wounding might be getting triggered. You might feel overly sensitive, and the guidance, because also of Mercury retrograde, is to take a step back, to go easy on yourself, practice self-love and compassion. Here's the pink and blue energy. And if you need to say no to certain things, make sure you listen and say no, and to only take on what you truly have energy for and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, so trying to make decisions based on what feels good for your energy now. That's kind of the idea. And to really get soft with self. And instead of a lot of doing, a lot of acting, a lot of outward motion, there's more. I'm on this track toward a destination, toward a goal. It's moving. I don't even need to, you're not the engine of the train. You're just steering the train. It's already been started, right? The thing is already going and it has a destination. You're just along for the ride. You need to adapt to the twists and turns of the track. You need to steer the thing as it moves. So not a lot of energy, okay? There's a focus, there's an observation, I need to know where I'm going, but there's not a lot of heavy duty lifting or moving or decision making right now. It's more like keeping in the flow. That's what it is. It's keeping in the flow. There's a flow that's moving forward, and you're just staying in that current, keeping things easy and not moving against it and moving with it, and making sure you're listening a lot, listening internally to the messages of the soul, of the higher self, and your dreams, and allowing your soul's wisdom and your higher self to speak through you, through meditation, through dreams, and so on, so that you can find answers to deeper questions you have. Like, why do I always do this thing? Why do I always have this draw toward this particular person? Why do I always end up at this spot of very painful situation? So on and so forth. So it's a questioning time. It's an self-observation time. And it's a time to process A and B, but not necessarily choose A or B. Okay? Beautiful imagery today. Thank you, Spirit. So I bring in my galactic guides at this time to give us a message from our star spirit guides, our star families, our soul families. What message is coming through with this Pisces full moon? And if it is a portal that I'm seeing here, where is it bringing us? Where does this portal lead to? So what is this? Agartha harmony. Wow. And this is the group of peoples that are said to live in Middle Earth, or inside the earth. And basically this portal is bringing us to a place of living in harmony, and I'm getting with the earth, living in harmony with our surroundings, right? Because the Agarthan community living in the earth is not out to get anything. They're out to survive or live and live in harmony and balance with their environments and the people, the community. So there's a peace they maintain. There's not a striving for as much as there's a working daily to achieve inner balance and peace with everything they choose. So they're choosing peace. And that's exactly what this moon is also pointing us toward, is choosing quiet time, choosing alone time, choosing to receive, listen, and just be. So let's pick one more and see what comes through. So this one says harmony. And then we have hybrid, clarity. So yeah, this is a time for getting clarity. Hybrid in these star decks and cards, when this card comes up, it often talks about how to integrate different sides of ourselves, as hybrid in definition actually means the combining of one or more different species to create another. So that would be a hybrid species. So when we talk about that in reference to ourselves, and we turn the mirror toward us and look at that from our inner lens and shine it on ourselves, what we will then need to ask ourselves is, let's say different parts of us, maybe even polarized parts of ourselves, are in existence within. How can we bring them into harmony? How can we bring those two into balance, to union, and achieve clarity from that place? This is very much the temperance card, the pouring of one cup of water into another to create union within. So the idea here is water, right? Because if you think of the ocean and think of all the different species that are held in this massive body of water, and how all contribute to the thriving of their environment in their own unique way. That's exactly what they are. That's kind of where this portal is shooting us out. So as we start to make better decisions, more resonant decisions for ourselves in our lives, then we're making automatically better decisions for our community and then, of course, the world. So there's a ripple effect. The better we treat ourselves, naturally, the better we will treat each other and our environment and the earth. So this is really beautiful energy. I'm going to read for you guys because this is from Dr. Lisa Thompson. This is her new deck called Wisdom of the Galactics, and she channeled the excerpts for each card. So I'm going to read about hybrid clarity because the channelings are really powerful. So if you'd like, you can close your eyes. Observe yourself through the eyes of the hybrid. Understand what you need to change or where you need to grow and evolve as an earth human to make the reality of instant manifestation true for you. Where could you evolve? Is this a new practice? Is it a new belief system? Perhaps it's just taking the steps. Observe yourself making those changes, evolving in front of your very eyes, shifting into the human that understands that they create their reality and that they have total control over that creation. So this is you as the conductor of the train. You are in control of the thoughts going on in your mind. You understand that you need to be so fully in line with what you desire to manifest that it has no other choice but to become reality. It's when your subconscious thoughts fight against your conscious thoughts that stunts your ability to create. As you're moving towards fifth dimensional reality, the faster your manifestations become reality. I have clarity in how I desire to evolve. Beautiful. Getting clarity on how to come into harmony with self. I love that. Okay, I kind of want to let's put her up there. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use one more of Dr. Lisa Thompson's decks. And this will get a little more specifics on what we might be feeling or experiencing or what's coming up. Okay, what is the deeper message here, Spirit? Energy body, okay. So we're working with the subtle body anatomy, maybe the chakras, the aura, the inner etheric, the outer etheric, our grounding cord, appreciation for the earth. There's that living in harmony with the earth, and pyramid power. So to me, this feels like this is definitely like an activation. So I'm just going to pull from Kyle Gray's deck, Galactic Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Because I feel like there's an activation, a Syrian. Usually when I get the activation cards, they're normally Syrian in nature from our Syrian star guides and our Syrian star family. And it usually has to do with like being ready for an upgrade, maybe some fresh light codes to help us on our next level of our journey. And these just seem really similar to me. Look at the colors, and the vibrancy is really the same, and the design is almost like psh, psh. This says Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Cords Cut, Breakthrough Energy. So in this energy right here is also breakthrough, because the arms are back, the chest is out, the head is thrown back. It's like finally the sun breaking through the chest or the rib cage. It's like truly living your divine power on this earth, or heaven on earth living through the human body, really anchoring down your divine template into your human body and living that through the human experience. And as that happens, the old things will fall away. What doesn't serve you will fall away. This is massive change, massive time to move forward, getting clarity, like the card says, with the sword energy. This often means truth and clarity in the tarot. Also, clarity of mind, as swords represent the mental energy body. So I definitely see like a breakthrough. So if you've been stuck or going around in your head somehow with the mind, there's definitely a breakthrough about ready to happen. So if you have found, for instance, that you have needed to take a lot of naps, or if you needed a lot of rest, or you needed just extra self-care, yes, that's Mercury retrograde energy. But also I was just getting this as I was doing readings for people, this overwhelming feeling of you're being prepped for your next level. And it's really important that you rest right now. And it's hard to shut off. I know how hard it is. I've been asked to shut off the last few weeks myself. You can imagine how difficult that is when you're trying to open a store. Some of you know I opened a tarot shop downtown on the Big Island. And of course, you want to do everything you can to make that a success. And as soon as it opens the door, full on energy. But to open during a Mercury retrograde is a different kind of opening. It's like a soft opening, right? There's a balancing happening, the temperance energy, the Two of Pentacles, for instance. There's a how can I weigh, how can I integrate what my body needs, what my life needs, but also what this new shop needs, all at the same time. And you have a lot of different things pulling you in a lot of different directions. You've got to be very careful with your energy. You've got to be really choosy, really discerning, and just make it all work for now. Remember, it's only temporary. The energy will shift. Mercury will go out of retrograde by the middle of September, and things will start to move forward again. Of course, then we run right into eclipse season. So for me, I've been feeling like I'm not going to get any sort of real flow until maybe late October, during the eclipses or after. So I know that feels far away. It's just, we got a lot of reflection time here, and it's for a specific purpose. And I feel like this Pisces full moon is exacerbating what we need to focus on at this time. And really, like, so for instance, the Pisces full moon could be bringing something to the surface you need to contend with. And then Mercury retrograde is going to allow you that processing time, reflection time to work with it. So I think they're working in a beautiful tandem here. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I pulled divine protection, sort of like quartz cut breakthrough energy. So the way in which we are being activated is we're going to be given a new seed of consciousness, and it will break through the old patterning, and it will break through any veils, any smog, any dust, any smoke that may be clouding your third eye, clouding your mind, clouding your vision, your clairs, anything like that. And clarity is coming. Again, we did get clarity. So this is beautiful energy for breakthrough, for change, new beginnings, and feeling the power, the true power of that pyramid energy ascending you, which is what that pyramid energy is essentially about, ascending you to new heights. So I feel like we're getting like a whole energy body upgrade and activation. So this means if that happens, we've got to clear out first. Cords need to be cut, and we need to be protected, because as our vibration frequency rises, it's almost like we are food for those energies that are a little lower frequency, and we don't want to be food for anybody, okay? So it's about protecting and caring for your energy. So a lot of self-care right now. And just feeling that gratitude, just side note here, will keep your vibration up as well if you need a little help with that. Feeling grateful every day will definitely help to keep your frequency up, okay? Especially if you're feeling tired. That's a really simple way to keep your frequency up. So let's see what else is coming through Kyle Gray's deck here as far as activations go for this full moon of Pisces of 2023. Wow, Orion activation. So here's our activation right here. Supernova, recreation, renewal, and rebirthed by light. These are all rewords. And remember, we have Mercury retrograde, which is all about these specific rewords. So renewal, okay, getting a second chance, feeling new again, rebirth, recreation, recreating yourself, a second chance at life, a new life. Your old life is now a past life, even if it was this lifetime. So supernova, it's like when stars are rebirthed or reborn. It's like if we're made of stardust, we can do that too. And we're renewing ourselves. And I'm getting that it's in the likeness of God, of the universe, of source energy, of that divine power. And because of that, here's harmony, here's integrity, here's alignment, here's unconditional, deep and profound love. So it's super high vibe. This moon is just incredibly high vibe. So let's put that guy there too. That's a beautiful portal. Really good example of the energy. Okay, so let's keep going. I want more messages from this moon before we pull the tarot. So Pisces full moon of 2023, what would you like to tell the listeners? What do they need to be aware of at this time? What would you like them to know? 41, sovereignty. Number 5. This is very important. And look we have a pyramid here. Do you guys see that? It matches this one right next to it. That's so cool. Right behind her head, see the pyramid? And of course, with Pisces energy, Pisces is very intuitive, very psychic, very in tune with subtle messages from the spirit realm, with spirit guides, from your higher self, from your subconscious. So this is about tapping into the power you have to connect with source, making sure you take time right now to yourself to meditate and receive messages from spirit. So write those down and date them. Put the date, write the messages, write the questions you need answered, and listen. And we've got a 5 here. 5s can mean chaos and conflict. Remember, we have Uranus retrograde right now. It can shake things up. It's even more important if that's happening to you to go within to get the messages you need right now to guide you, especially if you're feeling a little lost or confused or chaotic. But I feel like it's happening because there's breakthrough about to happen. You're about to get to that next level, and it's about to put you at the top of the kingdom or the queendom. You're about to become your own queen. This is the 8 of Pentacles. You're free of all attachments. You are living in your liberation. You are supporting yourself. Gone are the days of codependence and of thinking you needed someone else to create your abundance, because you understand who you truly are now at a deep soul level and how to manifest your destiny. So it's like, I feel like also you're learning about magic and pyramid power for some of you, maybe how to use crystals, how to use pendulums, how to do, some of you even doing like a good sort of witchcraft, for instance, and answering your own questions, right? Like maybe not even going to tarot readers as much because you feel like you can answer your own questions, and you want to. And you want to hear from your soul. You want to hear from your higher self. So what else do we have here? That's a beautiful energy to get. Purity. That's so beautiful. Okay, it's the same image. Here we have a 3. This is the same image. She's got her arms back, her chest out, and her head back. And she's open to the energies of that full moon. And here is that same expression through the physical body. The heart is open and free to learn new things, to try new things, to be adventurous, to surrender completely. The Pisces energy is about complete surrender and ultimate devotion to the divine, to what's most pure about ourselves and our universe. What's most pure about being human, about energy, about love, about life. It's like seeing the true value of something and only choosing that. It's being reborn. This is such beautiful. And then there's 3 for creativity, the Empress energy, abundance, fertility, and that's the recreating energy we were getting out of this card here, recreation or recreation of the Orion activation, rebirthed by light. That's definitely what I'm feeling here. Let's get a couple messages from the Kyle Gray's card, Orion activation. Okay. Okay. All of your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. It is so that's this cords cut, breakthrough energy. It is essential for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now, and they see you as one of them. Someone who has been born with the knowledge that they can live with great purpose and make a real difference to the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. When you draw this card, you are being reminded that you have infinite star potential. Remember I said rebirth as a star rebirths itself? Find Orion in the night sky or connect with its image online. Then say, "Great wise ones of Orion, thank you for supporting my recreation and renewal. I am ready to shine like a star." It's like you're totally coming out of your own box. That's what this energy of total surrender. I give myself to you, to source, to universe, to the common, to the greater good is what I want to say. The greater good. And I surrender what my ego desires have told me in the past because it's only brought me pain and suffering. And I want now what source wants for me, what I plan to do before I got here, not what my mind has been telling me, but what is deeply true for my soul and its growth and evolution and those people that I will affect through my soul mission in this life. So that is really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to move this all over. And I'm going to pull some tarot cards. Let me do this. Okay, so I've got, if I could find it, here we go. I've got the Mermaid Tarot today because we have Pisces Full Moon and Pisces governs the ocean. So please, Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of about this Pisces Full Moon, Supermoon? Obviously, this is, Supermoon is the closest it will be to the planet, so it exacerbates the tides in the ocean, even the waters of your body, your fluids in your body, and emotional body, right? So getting a lot of cups out of the tarot at this time may not be too big of a surprise. But what do you want us to know? Let's start with that. What do you want us to know? Look at that, 9 of Cups. Called that one. This is the wish fulfillment card. So what do you want to tell us about this 9 of Cups, Spirit? 3 of Cups in reverse. All right, and the Magician. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like this is you recreating. You hear the magician is. The magician literally creates with their tools. This is you doing that magic I was talking about. You've got the wand, the cup, the pentacle, and the sword right here that all come with the magician, and he's using physical objects to manifest his desired reality. He even has a crystal ball here. And these are all mer people, so she's like a queen, a mermaid queen. And it looks like she's trying to manifest maybe something for her people, for this new beginning, so that they maybe have more prosperity or abundance, let's say. Number one is that on the journey, I've chosen my journey, I'm on it, now I'm manifesting, now I'm creating, now I'm becoming this thing. It came from a dream, a wish that you had set forth a long time ago. And what I'm getting is that something happened along the way. Maybe you even forgot about this dream. You got distracted, right? There was other people involved, maybe other projects that didn't all pan out the way you hoped. And here you are spit out more in alignment, actually, with this original wish. So let's see what this is about. So 9 of Cups, please, Spirit. I also getting the feeling with this being a male character and this being a female character, not that it has to be that way and you shouldn't worry about what you see on the cards. It's just the energy. I am getting that someone's trying to manifest you. Someone's trying to bring you back into their lives. That could definitely be the case with Mercury retrograde. Sometimes that can happen. Since this moon is mostly about using your discernment and making wise choices, you will have to decide if this energy can go with you into your future. Because I'm seeing that there was an upset for some reason and it got in the way of your connection. So you're either going to create and go your own way, or you're going to consider the options here. Again, we have weighing of the scales with Mars and Libra. Libra energy is going to show up more and more. We're getting right now even hit with the galactic energy of the galactic center. So this is the energy, this very strong energy coming from relationships, how we do them, how or how they don't support support us. Do they help us thrive? Do they make you suffer with the way that you operate within them? What do you need to do or learn about communication and unconditional love and providing for yourself and another within relationship? So there's a lot about relationships that's going to start coming to the surface, or is already coming to the surface, because with the Pisces governing water, we have things rising to the surface, floating on the surface at this time, coming to our attention to be dealt with. So are you going to take it, or are you going to let it go? And that's the choice, whatever that might be. So what is this Nine of Cups, Spirit? Four of Wands. Yeah, I mean, this is the card. There it is. There's the happy couple. And here, this is such a beautiful card. They're facing the volcano. And there's a full moon. And, it looks like they're in Polynesia. Reminds me of Hawaii for sure. And he looks like a merman and she's a human. And so integrating those different aspects to become one. So there's that union energy again, and that integration energy. Remember the hybrid, two becoming one. Here we have the Four of Wands, usually representing safety, security, stability, and a way forward. It's in reverse here, under the Nine of Cups. So something didn't happen. So for a lot of you, this is about relationships. Maybe someone else got in the way. Maybe there was a third-party situation, or maybe it was someone's job or career that got in the way. Something got in the way of this celebration. So you're manifesting new now. You're creating a new path for yourself. So this is where the discernment needs to come in with what you're choosing to take on and what you're choosing to leave behind. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. So something was definitely, and here we have the mer person again with the human. And this person is like causing this person agony. This is the card of sleepless nights and high anxiety. And oftentimes in this card, we're causing that tumult in our own minds. So it's like whatever happened here, it really affected the flow and the harmony in your life. But you're coming into a time of harmony and clarity, and you're becoming rebirthed by the light, by your past experiences and how much you've grown. So I think you've got to remember the pain that was brought through as a result of this connection, and be very careful about choosing to let this person back in your life, and know your reasons even why you would let them back in if you choose to do that. What are your reasons for letting them back in, and how much to let them in, and how much to let them be a part of your lives. You're new now, you're different now, and it will only support your growth and your happiness and this new you've created, to make sure that this is on your terms. Remember, you're the conductor in the train. You're making the choices and you're steering. So don't forget, you're in charge here, not your emotions, not what you thought of this person in the past and a past connection you might have had, but where you're at now. Really get present with yourself. Is this really what you need? And if so, how so? What will work for your energy? You don't want to get exhausted again with this Nine of Swords reverse. So please show us the Magician spirit. Why is that Magician here? Page of Wands. Yeah, you're at a new beginning. Something else has inspired you and you're ready to move on. So King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck in reverse. Wow. Queen of Wands in reverse. To confirm, we've got counterparts in reverse. Here's Pele. We've got counterparts in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands and King of Wands. If you guys are resonating with the twin flame journey, This definitely represents that for sure. Your counterpart and you, at least for now, needing to, it looks like you've chosen to go separate ways. And it looks to me like you, the person listening to the video, are trying to manifest a new life. You have new interests and new inspiration. This is confirmed by the Seven of Swords. You know, in the past, you've made decisions that weren't for your best and highest good to try to manifest something of your desires. And it wasn't necessarily a plan you put into motion for this lifetime. Maybe it was a plan derived from past lives, past memories, and you were trying to recreate it because it had so much resonance. But you know, you're looking at what you're finding now in life to use as resources, and you're being a little bit more careful. Let's say you're being more careful about what you choose to take on, and how, and if this is like represents a bunch of swords coming out of the box here, being very careful with how you handle these swords, being very careful with your mind, and what uses your energy or misuses it, and how you allow it to get used or misused, and your boundaries, being very aware of healthy boundaries, because you've grown and you deserve it. So to me, it feels like you've got a new beginning here, and it doesn't feel like you need to go backwards, but there is processing that needs to be done in order to get through to this portal, this new beginning. I mean, this might as well be here. This page is on the other side of this portal. In order to get there, there's some processing, maybe some wound licking, maybe some conversations, that's up to you, that might need to happen, maybe not, in order to get through this portal to the other side, to your new life that's waiting for you. You're recreating yourself. And I don't think you're really wanting to take no for an answer, to be honest. I think you're just feeling nostalgic. All the water signs are connected, just like all the earth, air, and fire signs are connected. So when we talk about nostalgia, we've got Cancer energy. That's a water sign. This is a Pisces full moon, a water sign. With Pisces energy, you will feel Cancerian energy, and you will feel Scorpion energy, Scorpio. So Cancer is nostalgic. They love memory lane. They love keepsakes. They love the feeling and the comfort they get from those memories and past connections, even if they're not true to this day. But you have to be ready to really take on that thing again if you choose to entertain it. And again, watch where your energy goes in the mind. It may be seeping out by recollecting these memories. So use this time for Mercury retrograde, Pisces full moon. See what emotions come to the surface. Do some wound licking. Do some memory lane walking. And just see where you're at now. Use it as a way to process and evolve and grow and become and lead you out this portal. I don't necessarily see you using it as a way to go backward. It's not. I don't think it's a pathway to go back in time. It's not a time machine. I think this is I think right now we're being pulled back, and we're going to get flung forward into full on into this new life through the eclipse season, and we're never going to look back. I mean, I feel like this is the last straw for these patterns. And the other thing I wanted to mention is something I heard that was very valuable the other day through a woman on YouTube who I think is a phenomenal therapist, and I wanted to give you her name. I can't remember it right now, but I will put it in the description box below this reading. She is a YouTuber. She gives wonderful advice for free on her videos, and she's deep, and she's so intelligent. She said to be careful that you're not providing yourself self-comfort, and I forget the lingo she used, through any sort of limerence. And as you may or may not know, limerence can be an obsession with another person. For whatever reason you see fit, you have become hooked, and you sort of daydream about them, even if it's not a realistic thing for you. And in a twin flame connection that's in separation, this can happen a lot. A lot of limerence can be developed. But be careful you're not self-soothing with those thoughts and using that image of that person as a way to self-soothe, and try to bring in healthier habits and ones that are more about you being sovereign and caring for your own energy without leaning or pulling on someone else's energy. So for me, for instance, when I feel like my energy drops, It's really important for me to take time alone. I need that alone time. I need that quiet time. I either research a spiritual topic I'm interested in just because that's the way I'm wired. So I read, I take a class, I meditate, I do yoga, but I usually don't do a lot of talking. And it's less about talking to other people and more about communing with the divine and the higher chakras and the higher realms for me to come back to center and to get recalibrated. That might take me an entire day. So watch what you're using to self-soothe and be careful that it's not the image of another person or the fantasies of having another person. Because if those fantasies and those daydreams aren't really supportive or healthy for you with an accurate, realistic symbol of your future and what your future could be, you're probably always setting yourself up and then hurting yourself and then telling yourself you're not worthy anyway or not deserving anyway for the love of the love. And then you're setting up a vicious cycle of like self-sabotage. So just being aware of those things can be huge in shifting right now. Okay, shifting your energy. So I'm sorry, that was a lot, and I know that is hard to hear. So just being aware that I feel like this full moon, there is stuff that's coming to the surface, and I think it's so that you get a higher level of realization, a bigger bird's eye perspective of what's going on, and then you're shooting yourself forward out into this next level. Okay, I don't know if it's about going backward, and let's ask spirit, like what are we seeing through this energy tarot oracle deck here, spirit, with this Pisces full moon of 2023. Here, I'm going to leave that there actually. Let's see, what are we seeing, spirit, in this full moon? Wow, Magician and the Mirror. 8. So I feel like this is going to come in fast and hard. That was the energy of the train I was getting too. I feel like you're going to get slapped in the face, to be honest, and not in a physical way. Okay, that's a metaphor. But there's a very big mirror that's going to be showing you what's going on inside of you, that you have attracted or manifested the situation of the past. So keep your eyes open and your ears on. What else do you want to tell us, spirit? 48, which is a 12, which is a 3. So we've got another 3. Angel of Balance. See, I said that Libra energy was coming up so much. There it is. Look, the pyramids in the background. Our Syrian galactic spirit guides and spirit family are here with us. They may exist on higher dimensional planes, but they are here as our guides this time, and they want you to get through this. They will help you through this. The idea is that you become a sovereign. Okay, so here's what happens in our evolutionary journey. We basically, a lot of us, okay, start off in codependent relationships, lower vibe, 3D, sort of earthly relationships. And a lot of those codependency patterns and tendencies aren't healthy for our growth, our personal growth, and our evolution. So our next step is to learn how to have healthy relationships. Securely attached is what they call it, if you want to look that up. Finding balance in relationships, being able to supply happiness for yourself, opportunity, stability, security, and safety for yourself, while also being in union with another, and being able to cultivate happiness for yourself while also being in union with another, not pulling on another for those needs to be met. Meeting your own needs. It doesn't mean you don't need someone else. It just means you're taking responsibility for you, your life, your stuff. It's healthy. So as we evolve, we end up becoming sovereign in relationships. We find balance in relationships and within ourselves. Now there's another level. As we evolve from there, our consciousness starts to merge with a sort of collective consciousness. So we move from being codependent to being more sovereign or independent, more unconditional in our loving. And at that point, when we have found ourselves in that freedom state of loving, where there truly is balance that's achieved and met, then our consciousness starts to evolve into 5D frequencies, and we start to merge with the collective energy of the whole, which everyone will do. And this is how whale consciousness works. It works as one being, right? It's not each individual whale has their own idea of how their lives should be. They work together. So as we evolve as a species, we will do the same thing. But in order to get to that place where we start to work as a collective, we start to work for love, for the environment, for this harmony, living in union with the earth and the planet, or whatever planet we're on, and other species. First, we get clear within ourselves, strong and independent, and able to what do I want to say? Hold on. Able to source what we need for ourselves. And then the next step is truly communing with all and becoming a part higher, allowing our consciousness to evolve higher. So we become sort of this field of consciousness with others, and we work toward a common goal together. So we're coming more and more into integration with Source with every step in our evolution. And then we eventually merge into complete union with Source. So it's a process that happens. But in order to get there, we come out of one of the first steps is out of codependent patterning. So here's that balance. And then as we get accustomed to this stage, our next step will be collective union. And then after that, our next step will be merging with Source completely. We won't even be in physical bodies at that time because we won't need to be. That's interesting. I'm seeing different symbols here. I just saw an anchor. See it right there? That's so cool. I didn't see that before. Okay. And then man holding a heart was the third one. So this is it. It's almost like there's that 9 for sovereign for the 9 of Pentacles. It's like learning how to have healthy relationships, securely attached relationships, doing relationships in balance, and that feeling good to you instead of chaos and conflict being what you're craving. Often, if we crave chaos and conflict in our romantic relationships, it often indicates a lot of childhood wounding and us needing to repeat those patterns because they're familiar, because that's what love is to us. That's what we learned love was. But it's actually not true. So we have to relearn what feels good to our energy body. And that means those wounds need to be healed on a deep subconscious level, which I would only recommend with a therapist. I used a somatic psychologist, and that was really profound. And that's always what I recommend to people because it worked for me. This could be preparing yourself for the true thing, for the real thing. So you may not want to bring the past into your future. There may be something better for you on the other side of this portal that's more aligned with who you are now and how much you've grown. So yeah, there's a lot of decisions, but nothing really being made. It's more like these choices are up in the air and I'm looking at them all and I'm processing and I'm feeling them all out, but I'm not necessarily acting. But stay focused on your goal and stay in your lane and kind of keep your eyes on the prize and don't allow yourself to get pulled off track just because of nostalgia, because that could be definitely, you see this romantic figure and you get all ooey and then you get distracted and then you're mad at yourself and then you got to start over, so just be easy right now. Remember the colors that came through the Akashic realm for this moon were pink and blue. And I know it's male female energy, that's really funny, but there is integration happening here and that's why that's showing up. But just be soft, self-compassion, self-love, self-care. That's the energy right now. That doesn't necessarily mean go make a bunch of big decisions. Okay. Okay. So let me see where we're at here, everyone. I got to check the time. Okay. So I'm going to finish this up with some guidance cards, and then I'm going to choose your individual guidance cards at the end. These are filled with what you need to surrender, what's a good question to ask yourself, and what's a specific message for you from your spirit guides. But before we do that, let's get, let me see here. I'm going to choose a different deck. Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's get a card for Moonology. Because this is always really helpful and supportive. Okay, Spirit, what do the beautiful viewers of this reading need to know from the moon today about this moon, about this phase or cycle. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. So no matter what, we've got this meditate, contemplate energy very present here. Okay, we got that Pisces energy coming through. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Wow. So commitment to yourself being tested possibly. Commitment to another. Okay. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Okay, so yeah, taking time for you. Taking time to let go. I've been listening to the binaural beats on YouTube for stress release. That's been so nice. I do that while I do my yoga practice. And I'm going to do more of that. That's been really great. Even while I meditated, I had that on because I've been working with my body and some health imbalance. So I had to finally look at what was causing me stress and what I was doing that might have thrown my body off. So that was, I'm like, I think I need some help. Like auditorily, I want to listen to some soothing music. So that's been just very helpful to my energy body. Sound healing could be super powerful for you right now. Taking some last dips in the ocean or the water if you're near a body of water to help yourself get in the flow. Or just laying on the grass if it's safe for you and you can. Just getting really grounded with the earth. And just taking those extra breaths, watching clouds go by, picking out animal shapes in the clouds. Just take a time out. Super great time to take a time out. Okay, one more, and then we'll pull the pick a pile. So let's see. Let's look at what do I want. I'm gonna pull the Divine Feminine because this moon feels so feminine. So that's this deck, the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. And she has a great Instagram with beautiful messages from the goddess. So what is the message of this full moon in Pisces? Blue moon, supermoon. Gosh, second full moon of the month. Getting whacked in August. Definitely a big month energetically. I think that Mercury retrograde is kind of welcome for a lot of people needing a breath, needing to take a time out. But see from the goddess. Wow, Isis, and that's why I have all this pyramid energy right here. The goddess of magic, sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. My pleasure is a prayer. Making life a living prayer is very Piscean. Pisces energy is very devotional, very much finds happiness by being in communion with source energy. So taking time out to pray and to be with source, with Mother Nature, to be with whatever your pleasure is, to bring you back to life, to rejuvenate your energy. So take time out for you. Look at the power of that card. So beautiful. Love that. I love that for the ending. And there's the magic, the goddess of magic. I'm just feeling, we got two magician cards. So there's a lot of magic in the air for sure. And Pisces is magical. Pisces is the 12th house and the crown chakra and higher realms and channeling and spirit guides and prayer and devotion. And it's not a lot of earthly stuff. It's heaven. It's heaven on earth. And there's a lot we can learn from communing the two. And that's why we have balance, communing the two, finding the balance, the temperance energy, one blending into another. Okay, I hope you're ready. Let's use the black mat to make this easier to see. And I dust it off. Okay, so for those of you who choose pile 1, okay, those of you who have chosen pile 1, here's your special messages for this Pisces full moon. Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Definitely relationships are going through a shift, so don't get too nervous. You may be aware of what is needed, and you may need to just recalibrate. Definitely communication, okay? Talk about it. Where do I give and receive? Match. Wow, another relationship card, even if it's not intimate relationships, but how much are you giving? How much are you receiving? Are you not? And surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Wow. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. That is really beautiful. A lot of changes happening for this group, but good changes to bring you into higher frequency and more self-awareness. Okay, so if you want to take a picture of that. All right, so I'm putting these away. Let's put our spirit guide on the top. And pile 2, here we go. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. Wow, so some of you are definitely being called to just move forward with your mission, and that's why a lot of you got a forward-moving train, okay? What am I cleaning up or converting? The turkey vulture. Digest. So converting something old into something new, maybe even something dead. So using your past life lessons as compost for your future and for your now spiritual growth. Moving forward, okay? Learning from the past, using that energy to create your future. Surrender fear. Love it. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Nice. Wow. Powerful number 2. Go ahead and take a picture. Love it. Okay, let's keep Commander Ashtar on the top. And 3. Pile 3. Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Oh my gosh, we already had that message. Move beyond limitation and trust. Wow, real letting go for this pile. Where is my strength? Endure. Yeah, definitely you're pulling from you've got angels and guides helping you right now to be strong if you're having to shift away from something that's not good for you, and surrender to inner peace. Look at, there's the arms back and the head up and the heart out again. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. I feel like that's the message of this full moon. Beautiful. You've got angels and guides, so ask for help. I ask for help with everything, so don't be shy. Ask for help on this journey. Ask for help with things you need to let go of, heal, understand in a new way, everything. All right, thank you so much, pile 3. So I'm going to finish with one inspiring card to finish off the reading. And thank you so much for being here. If you would like a personal reading, please go to my website at let'sevolvetogethertarot.com. And I have opened a tarot shop downtown Kailua Kona. If you live on the Big Island, please come see me there for your reading. That would be wonderful. But if you do want a longer reading, more private reading, I suggest you go through the website. And I have a lot of different offerings there, including the Akashic Record readings. I can even see into your galactic Akashic Records at this time, as well as energy clearing if you feel like you need to get your aura and your inner etheric and outer etheric energies checked. Always getting checked if you have any attachments on your energy field is a good time, especially at the change of season. Also, there's a wonderful technique I use to help ground people and connect you to source. So it's a really beautiful clearing that I do with my guides. And then, of course, I do the tarot readings and twin flame readings as well. So let's finish with an inspiring read. We'll do this one, Healing Energy Oracle, because I definitely feel those healing vibes with all this water energy and meditative, contemplative energy right now. So also on Instagram, please go there at The Tarot Hut to follow the Tarot Hut downtown, DATAROT Hut on Instagram, or Let's Evolve Together Tarot on Instagram. Okay, and I'm always trying to post on those. Okay, let's give this a little knock. What's our final message, Spirit, for this Pisces full moon of 2023? What is our final message? Wow, the path to light. And this says rebirthed by light with that Orion activation. I know, it's the portal. We're literally moving toward the light. That's where the train is taking us. Okay, I make the conscious choice. Again, conscious choice. Definitely a strong energy of this moon. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. Wow, absolutely gorgeous energy. Oh, beautiful. I can't thank you enough for being here with me, everyone. Have a great week. Have a great full moon. And I will see you next time for the next reading. Namaste. And happy birthday to all the Virgos. And I'll talk to you soon.